Question: do you think that sometimes packaging could make a difference in the price one pays for certain items at the grocery store? Let's talk about it. Back in a minute. Hi, this is Jan from New York City. My channel name is Jan from New York City Saves Money, and I love to help people to keep more of their hard-earned money. But we're talking today about, does packaging make a difference in the cost of something? There are a few items that it really, in my honest opinion, doesn't matter if you get it at the dollar store because basically the ingredients are pretty much the same. For example, baking soda is baking soda, whether it's in the cheaper looking packaging, let's say at one place, or the more well known packaging that we're all used to looking at in another place, which is probably more money, just guessing. I don't know. You might be able to get the one that you're familiar with at a great price. Here's another item: cornstarch. Cornstarch is cornstarch. Salt is salt. Now, some vary with the iodine and all this and all that. You have to read the label, but basically, salt is salt. Hydrogen peroxide, you have to check the ingredients for what grade it is because there are slightly different grades to use. Things like knockoffs of Vapor Rub, for example. There's the dollar store version of Vapor Rub, which, if you read the ingredients, practically same ingredients, okay? Ditto goes for petroleum jelly. There's the one we're all familiar with. And then there's the one that you could get at the dollar store, just slight variations in the packaging. I worked for a cosmetic packaging company in the summer in between teaching to earn some extra do-re-mi. And this was years ago, back in the 80s. And I could safely tell you that packaging does make a difference. And you wouldn't believe how many different packaging items come associated with, for example, nail polish brushes. If you ever want to go crazy, there are more details to a nail polish brush and nail polish bottles than you could think of in your lifetime. Some cost from the sublime, some cost to the ridiculous. And yes, factually, that does make a difference in the final price passed on to the consumer. Just saying. I want to talk to you a little bit about certain items on the list. Petroleum jelly is often underlooked for a helper in the case of a minor burn. Bless my mom's heart for this one. I was cooking one day and then phone rang. I turned around the wrong way and my wrist hit the pot handle near the stove, and I screamed. It was a minor burn, but my mother said, hurry up and go get the petroleum jelly. Her vision wasn't too great, so she couldn't hurry up. She would have done it for me. So I hurried up and I got the petroleum jelly. I put a little dab on. Can I tell you something? Within 2 or 3 minutes, you know that sting? First, I ran it under cold water. I let it calm down. Cool water, cold water, whatever I did. And then I patted it dry gently. Then I put on petroleum jelly. That took the sting out of that minor burn. I mean, like, it took it out in a couple of minutes. So never forget that use. A lot of times people oftentimes forget that use. Now, hydrogen peroxide. I like to keep my toothbrushes very clean. When I'm done with it, I rinse it thoroughly. And I also end it off. I take a cap full of the usual grade that one could use in the hydrogen peroxide. I forgot the percentage, but you know the one. Took a capful, I pour it, that little bit of capful over my toothbrush. I let it sit on there about 20 seconds. And then I rinse it out, and then I pat it dry with a paper towel and put it away. And then before I reuse my toothbrush, I do that routine again because let's say you didn't brush your teeth for a few hours. No matter how hard you try, no matter how careful you are, something can grow on there. You just want to make sure that whatever you're putting back into your mouth like that, you want to make sure is as clean as ever. And in that case, hydrogen peroxide is absolutely very, very helpful. Baking soda makes a great cleaning paste. A little bit of water, make a little bit of paste, clean out the interior of your refrigerator and everything, and a little bit of that Dawn dish liquid, a little bit of that with the baking soda. It really works great together. It's a little bit of paste to clean out your refrigerator because the baking soda is slightly abrasive. So but not a scratchy abrasive, ever so slightly. It really helps break down when you're cleaning. It's a very, very good thing. The knockoff version of Vapor Rub, the ingredients are practically the same. Don't confuse Vapor Rub with petroleum jelly. They completely two different things. One is in a blue container, which you cannot miss. You cannot miss, and that's probably why they do it that way, to distinguish it. And it has absolutely a ton of uses. You could look that up. But one thing that a lot of people don't know, it can actually help control toenail fungus. I had noticed that on another video explaining about that, which is absolutely amazing. And pretty much the ingredients Vapor Rub and the dollar store version are pretty much the same. Cornstarch can be used, of course, in recipes to thicken up some gravies and some sauces and in your stews. Cornstarch can also help keep you as a person absolutely dry after a shower in place of risky talcum powder. I know I mentioned that on other videos, but for anyone new watching, it is absolutely a great thing to have. And cornstarch, these items, every single thing I mentioned, you could get at the dollar store and you could get a really good price on it. And even under normal circumstances at the regular store, you could also look for it and try to, of course, get the best possible price, get store brand, because certain things, they are what they are. Now, some people were mentioning about bleach, dollar store bleach. I understand. I don't know, but I don't know for a fact, but some people have said, I've heard the rumor that certain bleaches, liquid bleaches in the dollar store are less of strength. I don't know that. I don't know. Has anybody out there used it? Let me know in the comments section below. Also, did you know that if you take, for example, a very easy solution to a minor clog drain, not a serious clog drain, but I read somewhere where you can unclog a drain, you could start by pouring a whole bunch of boiling water from a boiling water pot down your minor clog drain. Then after that, you follow it up with 1 cup of baking soda, 1 cup of regular water, and 1 cup of vinegar solution. All that mixed together, thrown in, it's going to form a bubbling action. And I understand from what I read to cover the drain, the drain area with the drain cover, let it sit in there a few minutes. It's going to, of course, do its action, bubble up, and whatever it's doing to unclog it for the minor thing. And then at the end of that, then you take more boiling water and you pour that down. Of course, as I stated a couple times, it's for minor clogs. Now, don't use commercial drain cleaner and then follow it up with that, because then you're, mixing up chemicals altogether. Because once you mix up the baking soda with the vinegar and the water, you're creating a new chemical reaction completely. So it's either one or the other. You cannot do both. Okay, so I strongly recommend you look this up. There are many versions of how to unclog a drain using those ingredients. Some ask for different additional ingredient. But just know, getting back to the dollar store things, I mean, it's like comparing granulated sugar to granulated sugar. It's a matter of packaging. Granulated sugar is granulated sugar. Salt is salt. Baking soda is baking soda. Hydrogen peroxide is hydrogen peroxide. So why pay more? Do your little bit of research and save some money. It's absolutely worth a try. All right, everybody. I hope this helps. I'm going to ask everybody to do something because it's important that you do it, especially if you find value in the video. So do this. Have an amazing, fantastic day. Take good care, everyone. Bye bye.